Hi, everyone, and welcome to Healthy Bites. Today, I want to talk a little bit about food as medicine. Western doctors in general have very poor training in nutrition. Their focus is more on pharmaceuticals and medical procedures to help people stay healthy. But one thing a lot of people seem to forget is that once the umbilical cord is cut, every single one of our transformations, the substances for growth, come from the food we eat. And it's not only the type of food we eat, but also the body's ability to actually digest the food right and metabolize it in a way that it does get all the nutrients out of the food, which is not always the case. That's one of the reasons why I recommend for people to definitely go see a functional medicine practitioner or an acupuncturist. Both of those professions are highly trained in nutrition, and not only the Western approach with focus on macronutrients, but really they focus on the energetics and the interplay between foods as well. So it really is everything we eat becomes part of us. So that's why we really want to make sure that when we eat, we provide our body with optimal nutrition. One of the things you want to make sure is that you eat real foods. So whether it's meats or vegetables or dairy or bread, things that are made with few ingredients and don't have any chemicals added with it, in general, will give you a good basis for eating. Also, the way how you consume your food is really important. If you're sitting in the car and eating something real quick on the way between jobs, your body will be so focused digesting the experience of you driving around, paying attention to where you're going to, that the digestive process will not be the full focus of the body. And that's why a lot of times people who stress eat end up with issues like heartburn or inflammatory bowel disease, because they're simply doing too much at the same time and their body can't process everything at the same time, and that's where digestion often falls short. Plus, we're not only digesting the food we eat, but the body also needs to digest the experiences we have, the fears, the emotions, the feelings that we have. All those are things that the body as a system needs to digest as well. And that's one of the reasons why many people, when life becomes overwhelming, when they have too much stress, they start getting diarrhea, they start getting heartburn, they start getting all kinds of digestive problems, because the body is simply overloaded with input and something has to give. And that's usually the way the body is able to process things. So in order for food to be medicine, it is really important that you eat consciously, that you pay attention to when you eat, you chew your food, pay attention to the flavors, you swallow your food, pay attention how the food travels through your body into the stomach, to be really mindful when you eat. Also, eating with friends, having conversations is something that encourages healthy digestion and really turns food into medicine. Of course, also, it's important to pick foods that work well for your constitution. And I'll have a lot of little videos coming up where I'm explaining different constitutions and then different foods that are good for those particular constitutions. So in general, keep in mind that food is medicine, and a lot of the foods that are out there are toxic. So really, every day when you choose your meal, you're choosing between nutrition or poison. That's really it. And the body is able to deal with bad foods or toxic foods on occasion, but when it becomes the go-to food, that's when we start seeing real problems. And then we get to the point where we need pharmaceutical drugs to help the body regulate itself, because we've simply lost the ability to manage our body right, because life has become so overwhelming that we cannot pay attention to the basics anymore. And food is the most basic medicine.